If you are anything like me and are just thinking, man, I could really use 2 hours of quality outdoor radio, then you have a home here. Welcome to The Ghost Show. And you can find us on social media, facebook.com/The Ghost Show with Mike Russell, and on Instagram at The Ghost Show with Mike Russell. Go Outdoors with Mike Russell on YouTube. You can catch a video of Rebecca Michaels. She's going to be joining us a little bit later here in the program, talking about Amped Up. Those are the cool, whatchamacallit, the little hearing aid, not hearing aids. Good grief, Michael, get it together. It is the hearing protection. You know, the cool kids have, the ones where they're twisting into their ears is custom molded to their earpiece, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's something I'm going to get into. But the problem is I have a scorching anxiety when people come touching my ears. Anybody touching my ears, I'm like, nope, no, thank you, no. Remember there's something about Mary? Yeah, Mary's brother, when he touched his ears? Yep, that's about me. That's how I feel. So I'm going to ask her how I could get through this process without anyone touching my ears. I don't think it's going to happen. But, hey, we're glad you're here. We're happy you're here. Thank you so much for being here. And I am going to find what happened to my microphone piece just fell off. How fun is this? We're off to a banging start. There we go. Just stuff this little sucker right back in there, and away we rock and roll. Holy mackerel, technical difficulties. I am giddy excited. Not only is dove season just moments away, and I mean moments away. I think we got 2 weeks, kids. Yep, 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. We are 2 weeks away from dove season. I am giddy. So excited, so happy. But then 6 weeks away from my bison hunt. Yes, I am so excited for my bison hunt. Got the boys coming up there with us. We're going to do a little bit of pig hunting as well. Not javelina. I mean real pig, like meat hogs. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. My boy Rob's going to be hunting big game for the first time, so that's going to be fun as well. And here's the problem. So we got Oliver from Mother Road. We got Justin from Earn Your Booze. We got Slavo from Slavo Salt Seasonings. And we got Camping Chad, myself, Robbie, all going up there, and potentially Dennis from Mother Road. So we might have 7 people, 7 dudes. Now, here's why I say dudes and why that's important, and I don't want to make it sound derogatory like I'm ripping on the guys at all. It just comes down to planning. In most cases of that roster I just threw out, we're dealing with alpha males. So people that like to be in charge and get it done. But we're also dealing with small business owners as well that like to watch for ways to save dough and like to delegate things. All right. So that's, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Essentially how you plan a trip with a bunch of knuckleheads like us. Just dang knuckle draggers trying to get a weekend together. The cool thing is up at Blue Rooster Ranch, there's a house. Like it's a house. So we at least have lodging. In worst case scenario, we'll just tell Camping Chad, bring the big bad trailer up, and we'll all stuff in there. That's the worst case scenario. Not going to need it, but we have accommodations. What I'm mostly talking about is hunt time and rations. And for those who know what I'm talking about, I mean food, drinks, and the like. So these are all people that know me but don't know each other. So I am now Julie McCoy, the cruise director. I am in charge of essentially coordinating all of this. And luckily I had the foresight to start this whole thing with a group email introducing everybody to everyone and saying everybody that has a response to this, hit reply all. And so we can get the communication going and everybody can stay in the loop of what's going on. Oliver, God bless him, said he was going to bring a ton of beer. Now, understand 7 dudes, 1 does not drink, and but so 6 dudes drinking beer. Ton of beer is relative. So you need to ask the question. Be very specific. How much are you bringing? And what I wanted to do, and I think this is the best way to do it when you're dealing with deer camp, elk camp, anything like that, or just opening day of dove season, whatever it is. Everybody bring what you're drinking plus some for the group. I think that is the best way to do it. That way no one is out. No one is not having or enjoying the drinks that they're having. So you bring and then bring some for the rest of the group. Yeah. So if you say, oh, by the way, there's always going to be that one guy that goes, no, 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 dude, we're going to only be here 2 nights. I brought a 6-pack because a few beers a night, that's fine for me. So that's all I brought, a 6-pack. He's going to be drinking everyone else's beer. Yeah, that guy. And if you bring craft beer and then Coors Light for everyone else, you and I are going to have words. Understand that both hosts of the Brewmans are going to be at this event. So we will get a little snobby, especially if you're trying to ram Coors Light down our throat. If you drink Coors Light, that's fine. That's totally cool. I'm all about that. Then I get the question, well, what about like breakfasts and lunches and stuff like that? Here's what I'm going to go with. Because there's 7 people and we're not going to have 7 meals. If you understand, the last thing you want to do is go out hunting smelling like what you're going to hunt. Although that might be the best idea. Maybe if you're hunting pig and you eat bacon in the morning, maybe that works. I don't know. Who knows? I'm going to say no. I'm going to guess no. And I'm going to move forward like that. So the meals. Here's what I've said so far. And I'm trying to piece this together, and I want you to come with me. It's like organizing these camps and whatnot. In these hunt camps. Is I said, look, Saturday night is on the go show. So Saturday night, I will have enough for everybody. I'm going to cook for 7 men. It's going to be really easy. It's going to be basically steak, potato, and salad. It's not going to be anything totally off the rails, but it's going to be enough to feed everybody. And so that's important to me, and that we have Slavo there. He's an executive chef. So as far as I'm concerned, the dude doesn't drink, and he's an executive chef, so he doesn't have to bring squat. I think you're coming with me on that one, because he's going to be able to get us where we need to go if an emergency happens, and so he's worth his weight in gold. He's not going to be drinking my beer, and on top of that, he's going to be cooking. Yeah, and cooking well, and that's really all we want. I want some good Slavo all over everything. Just pour that stuff over there. That's what he can bring. He can bring the Slavo. So then you think, okay, well, who's going to bring lunches? Are we really going to be around for lunches? If so, what, just everybody bring a loaf of bread? But who's going to, that's a lot of bread. I just hate assigning things to people. I think that's my problem. I'm not a big delegator. I'm more of a doer. And then my wife sees the credit card bill after I get back, and not only is there a bison on it, there's also, food for 7 dudes. Oy vey. Yeah. This is the tough part. This is the tough part. And I always say this, fun is hard work. This is a lot of the hard work involved in the fun. So to get to the fun, you have to. You have to make sure that you are putting in the work, and this is part of the work. So I'm going to send out an email and just say, okay, 6 weeks out, everybody get your deposits in, and if anybody has any idea for food outside of Saturday night, let's make that happen. I did, however, I got Facebook stocked again and Instagram stocked, and about enough of this, because this is starting to cost me a lot of money. I have no control, apparently. Nomad Grills, you might have heard of these. It's like a giant briefcase that opens up and turns into a charcoal grill. Yeah, I bought one. It was stalking me on Facebook. There was nothing I could do about it. It was crazy. It was just everywhere I looked. There it was, Nomad Grill. So I had to get one of these things. So I might be cooking on the Nomad Grill on the tailgate of the truck at the ranch after a bison hunt. Yeah, all of the hard work is worth it at that point. Could you imagine? And so I mentioned it, and I'm sorry if you're one of the newbies. The old guard knows exactly what I'm talking about. I preach that fun is hard work, and the hard work is what makes fun even more fun. So all of this stress that I'm going through and trying to plan this trip with a bunch of alpha dudes and get it done right so everyone has a good time, it'll add to the rewarding evening where I've got a bison down, I've got back straps on the grill, and we're doing this around a campfire. Like I'm in. Like that's good. That's like the top of the outdoor mountain right there in my eyes. It really is. And one thing, here's a piece of advice. And when I said I have anxiety about it, I just wanted to run smoothly and not be short of something, because it's not like there's a grocery store around the corner. Understand this: when you're planning an event like this, you're in charge of no one's happiness. They are in charge. You're not in charge of them having a good time. It's up to them to have a good time. You can set up events and all of that and set up activities and things to do, but it's their job to enjoy it, not your job to make sure they're enjoying it, right? So it takes a lot of the stress off of you.